You know what's crazy, kids? It's when I made a whole video talking about me trying to get myself to be more consistent on this YouTube thing. And, I'm going to be going extra hard and making sure that I record a video and edit it the same day. I had the audacity to delete all the content. I literally don't know where the content is. It doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like I try my hardest. It's just not enough. So we're going to try this again. We're going to try this one more time. Look, it seems like mostly everybody pretty much just wants to look at mastering on my channel. What I look at from the statistics, a lot of y'all really like mastering. I'd show y'all mastering from my perspective, right? It doesn't mean any of this stuff is the tried true way to master, but I want this to kind of help you guys not be scared of mastering, because it shouldn't be scary. Okay. And what I'm showing you here is a process that I do when I master. When I start with the mix and I have the tracks to mix, and how I go back in if something needs to be corrected. So one of the biggest things that I do, I'm going to take the track that I have and I'm going to do mastering processes on them. And by determining what mastering processes that I use is what I'm going to go in the mix and go affect. So let's try to demonstrate something like this. Let's listen to the reference and then figure out one thing to go back into the mix and fix. So you're probably wondering why I'm using this. It's because the song that I have is more of a trap focused song, and I've yet to really find a master of a trap song that I actually like. So one of the ideas that I had was using a transient shaper to affect the low end combination here.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my the truth and give love through his. I got the troops, make the land move. I got that whoop higher.
One of the things you can also do so you can be focused is cut out everything above 1K. I'm gonna switch these to these speakers right here.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. And I fill it with reveal the truth and give love through his. And move. I got that whoop higher than you.
So the kicks don't pop out like I want them to. And I've been struggling on this mix. Part of the reason why I want to redo this mix is because I want to see if I can figure out if I can get the kick to do that without having to replace the kick. I replaced this kick about 3-4 times. I just haven't really found a kick that fits perfectly.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Dig up the dirt and I fill it with reveal the truth and give love through his.
So it punches a little more right there, right? If I solo just this low end part.
Touch, fill up.
You hear how the sustain is lasting longer. So I just did 1 dB. But imagine if I cut out all the sustain. It's still beating out the transient. It's not until we get to the sharp that it's really sharp. Now the question is the punch up here or is it down here?
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Dig up the dirt and I fill it with reveal the truth and give love through his. I got the troops, make the land move.
So you do have some upper mid punch, but you don't have the belly of the kick. I don't really want to distort it. So what this does give me the ability to probably do is push up the level when I'm done.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Dig up the dirt and I fill it with reveal the truth and give love through his. I got the troops, make the land move. I got that.
Just a little bit. We're talking 0.2, and that's about it.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Dig up the dirt and I fill it with reveal the truth and give love through his. I I got the troops, make that land move.
But now it sounds like it's lost punch because some of that sustain needs to be there.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch, fill up the heart with my love.
Because some of that sustain carries the punch. So, and that's the lowest a crossover can go. So you kind of see the dilemma that we're in right now. What could we do to help push that low in? It just makes it rumbly. And so this is what I mean. This becomes very...
Holy is the Lord God, and mighty is his hand.
It looked like there could have been something there at the 100 hertz range. So can we isolate some more sub frequencies?
Got that whoop, higher than you. Mountains bow down, seas rise. It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch, fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with word. Reveal the truth and give love through his hurt. I got the troops, make that land move. It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch, fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with word. Reveal the truth and give love through his hurt. I got the troops, make that land move. It's my time. I heal the...
And we actually made an improvement. All right, so what I did here was I took the low frequencies that we were working on. I used the drum strip to figure out the best like area of punch would be, because this enhancer is really good at saturating those frequencies. And I went back to the transient shaper and isolated those frequencies and used the same principle. And then see if I added the sub frequencies back to it, would it make a difference? And then we get this.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch, fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with word. Reveal the truth and give love through his hurt. I got the troops, make that land.
That's hitting harder. It may not be like a huge difference, but still the idea is that regardless of where it started, it should get better. Like you're not gonna get it perfect, but it should get better. So I'm gonna try the same principle up here.
It's my time. I heal the
see
bruise
like
with
if
a
that
touch, fill up the heart with
does a
my
difference.
love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with word. Reveal the truth and give love through his hurt. I got the troops, make that land move. I got that whoop, higher than you. Mountains bow down, seas roll them sounds, rocks fly out. Holy is the Lord.
Hey, let's open this all back up.
I got the troops, make that land move. I got that whoop, higher than you. Mountains bow down, seas roll them.
Now remember, the core concept is not that I'm going to do this on the entire mix. While that will sound good, I'm going to take this, I'm going to store this as a temp, and then I'm going to put this on the instruments that causes this to happen, which would be that 808 kick. And then I'm going to reprint it to the master. Now, you see where the logic is following. So that way it's only isolating what is being changed the most and not interrupting what already sounds good. Because I don't need the vocals to push out when the 808 hits. And I have the API saturation here. We're going to add it before and after and see if it makes a difference.
Mighty is his hand. He makes it rain 'cause he can. Shows us the world on his plate.
Yep, sounds better before. So then I'll print it, send it back into the mastering session. I'm going to rinse and repeat until I get my track sounding exactly how I want to. So normally I start with the EQ and I do compression last, because to me, if the track is good, the compression should have been handled before we get to the mastering stage. It may be one compressor that you put in the mastering stage, maybe, but generally I like my dynamics to already be sitting pretty. Let the converters, the clipping, and the limiting do like the last bit of touches, and compression only if needed. That's basically my testimony. So thank you guys for watching. We're going to keep this train rolling. Here's to another video. All right, ta-ta.